to the First Order, and we'll remember this as the last day of the Republic!
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and I will implore you to leave your partisan politics at the door. This topic is far, far more important than owning Drumpf, okay? There are far too many people on both sides of the aisle right now watching the systematic deplatforming of the President of the United States and reacting emotionally to it, whether they think, haha, take that orange man, Cheeto man, Drumpf, or they're genuinely mad. Most people are not mad for the right reasons. Most people don't see this for what this really is. And that is that this is the single greatest power grab by Silicon Valley in history. And it went unchallenged. Nobody stopped them. Nobody questioned them. They unpersoned the sitting president of the United States. And most people's reaction are, ha, own Drumpf. You are being so short-sighted if that's how you're looking at this. If you're obsessed with the fact, if you are like enjoying the dunks, oh, Shopify shut him down. Ha, take that, Drumpf. If you don't wake up, you're just going to be another cog in the machine of censorship. That's what they want you to do. Trump's banning is like a red herring, practically, to what's really happening. We saw Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Shopify, every major Silicon Valley company act in unison to not only unperson, again, the sitting president, so what hope do the rest of us have, but to squash competition at the most important time. Donald Trump had 80 million followers on Twitter. Half of them probably hated him. Don't care, right? 80 million. If he had been able to quickly transfer to Parler, what do you think would have happened? 20 million users come over? 10 million users come over? At least, right? Immediately, overnight, Parler is a legitimate competitor for Twitter. Couldn't let that happen. It was so convenient that Apple happened to issue a 24-hour ultimatum the very same day they banned Donald Trump. It was just convenient that the Google Play Store removed Parler on the very day they banned Donald Trump from Twitter. What a coinky-dink. But take that, Drumpf. Ha ha. Ha, take that, right-wingers. You're willingly walking to the gallows of censorship to own the right. That's how these people sound. Ha ha. They're literally cutting off their own noses to spite their face. That's how stupid of a take that is right now. And I'm sorry if that offends you as one of my viewers. Look, I've dropped a couple thousand subscribers this week. A lot of people that subscribed to me when I was covering cyberpunk and all this stuff didn't like that I also covered, tech censorship issues and other type of issues. That's okay. That's okay. But you know what? If you're watching this and you aren't currently subscribed, please take a second to hit that red subscribe button right below the video. Support this channel. Support alt tech. I'm doing a whole separate video today about how to get involved with alt tech. Parler, BitChute, Minds. Because the mainstream media is literally in cahoots with Silicon Valley to squash competition. Last night, we saw Shopify takes Trump Organization and campaign stores offline. Reddit bans our Donald Trump. Discord bans pro-Trump server, the Donald. Google pulls Parler from the Play Store. I'm sorry, this after Twitter permanently banning Trump, okay? We've seen this playbook before. All we need now is MasterCard to cancel his credit cards, and we'll have basically what they did to Alex Jones. But lost in all of this, lost in everybody on the far left celebrating, saying, you didn't go far enough. Who else should we ban? How else can we secure the echo chamber that is Twitter? The same people that whine about Parler being echo chamber are also demanding anybody with opposing views be removed from Twitter. These people are so dumb. Don't be that. Don't be that dumb. Don't let them suck you in to the partisan conversation. What we saw in the last 24 hours was the single largest power grab Silicon Valley has ever had. Might be one of the, if you adjust for the eras, one of the biggest power grabs in history in the United States, given the amount of control that Silicon Valley has over communications. This would be like in the 50s when there's two major newspapers across the nation and they were suddenly owned by one person overnight. While everyone was drunk. Look, leave your partisan crap at the door, okay? Fine. If you don't like Trump, awesome. If you did like him, awesome. I don't care about that. I care about everybody willingly being censored and then demanding more of it. This is dangerous. And then the monopolistic move. Oh my God. So perfect, right? Such a coinky-dink that the day Twitter bans Donald Trump, Google Play removes Parler from their app store. What a coinky-dink. Oh, what a coincidence on that timing, huh? So convenient that the day Twitter bans Donald Trump, Apple issues a 24-hour ultimatum to Parler. And by the way, everything they say about Parler can be said about Twitter. There are extreme posts that happen on Twitter all the time, and there are extreme posts that happen on Parler. It happens on Facebook, happens on Reddit, happens everywhere. But when they want you to care, now it's the first time ever that somebody's posted something heinous. There are bad posts on Parler. I have 165,000 followers there, and I've never once seen one in my replies. But obviously there are screenshots of now banned accounts, mostly. And now you have Amazon employees. Oh, this other thing I want to talk about. So a lot of people said, well, Trump wasn't the president wasn't deplatformed. He still had the POTUS account. Actually, no, he didn't. Because he went to the POTUS account and Twitter immediately removed the posts and locked him out of that account. So, yes, Silicon Valley specifically unpersoned the sitting president of this nation. And Amazon workers now demand Parler be removed from Amazon's web hosting service. Enough is enough. Amazon hosts Parler on the Amazon Web Services cloud. As Amazon workers, we demand Amazon deny Parler services until it removes posts saying Amazon or Parler already had. This is another hilarious lie spread by the mainstream media. Amazon already has a policy, or Parler already has a policy against this stuff. Parler needs to find a way to stay on the Play Store and stay on the Apple App Store. Now, that's an uncomfortable, look, I said this on my Parler account, and I basically got ratioed by my own viewers saying, no, you can't bend the knee. You can't bend the knee. Well, that's fine if you want to be Gab. I'm not saying to bend the knee, but what I'm saying is figure out a way to stay on the platform. Don't miss this opportunity. What a coinky-dink that Google removed it when 80 million people are potentially looking for a new home. 80 million people follow Donald Trump, half of which probably hated him, right? They're like the Trump reply guys or journalists and all this crap. Another 20 million bots, let's say. That's still 20 million new potential users coming over overnight. We saw this happen already once. I went from like 20,000 followers on Gab to 160,000 overnight the last time there was a mass exodus. I probably would have had 500,000 after this one. But in a coincidence, in a colossal coincidence, people couldn't download the app. Parler was basically down all day yesterday too from the huge influx. This is what mainstream media does. I don't care if you don't like Trump. Look, he's going to be out of office in 2 weeks. Okay. All right. That makes you uncomfortable. It's just the overwhelming likelihood. All right. So now you've got Biden, who isn't going to push back against this stuff. And you're going to have 10 years of this. Biden's going to be here for 2 years, and he's going to step down, and then Campbell is going to run and be president for 10 years. You're going to have 10 years, 8 to 10 years of this, of people that didn't push back. And you know what? Donald Trump didn't do dick either. He talked a big game about getting Silicon Valley in line, and he never did a dang thing. We trotted these people up, Mark Zuckerberg and Jack Dorsey. We trotted them up to, Congress and grilled them and did nothing. We did nothing. We wasted 4 years in which he could have reformed Section 230, and he did nothing. Yeah, Ted Cruz is great when he's got a cool soundbite roasting Zuckerberg, but what did they do? They did nothing. And it's only going to get worse. Don't let your partisan politics obfuscate what's really happening here, and that is a gigantic power grab by Silicon Valley to the likes that we may never be able to undo. Share this video. Support this channel by subscribing, please. Red button down below, and support Alt Tech. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.